it's safe now. I've heard that this build lurks in the shadows. That this build just flies in and beats up anyone just by the sound of his name.
This build seeks vengeance!
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'd be feeling like I'm done making builds, but there's always something else that just comes up that makes builds a little bit better, bro. It's crazy that it's like this, but if you want an even better build, you need arm sleeves. Yes, arm sleeves. That might sound a little crazy, but when this build, my 94 overall 3-level threat, I'm only as good as I normally am because I have arm sleeves. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe. I'm gonna go ahead and get into how I made this build, but I'm not saying you have to make it, all right? I'm gonna go over the new thing that we figured out in builds, which makes them a little bit better, all right? Let's get into it. All right, so before we get into the actual builder, the arm sleeves that I'm talking about are the +1 ball handling arm sleeves. So the only ones that came out in 2K were in season 3 for your left arm, which gives you a +1 ball handle. And then for your right arm, it was last season, season 6, which gives you a +1 ball handle. Me, as well as a whole bunch of other people, didn't know about this or didn't know that if you just made a build that had like an 80, 81, 2, or 3 ball handle, you can speed boost as long as you have the arm sleeves on. We didn't know that. We just figured this out. So people like Chad Benz, he has a build that has an 80 ball handle, but since he's a vet 3 and has the arm sleeves, he gets +5 to his ball handle and he's able to speed boost. I'm not a vet 3 or vet 2, whatever it is. I'm only a vet 1. So you're gonna see this build, I'm not gonna show the stats on it, but it has an 83 ball handle. But since I have the 2 arm sleeves on, you can't see them. I'm able to speed boost because it's technically an 85. Now let's get into the builder. All right, so get into the builder, make it a rebirth, whatever, make your player name, handiness, doesn't matter. And the build that I made was a shooting guard that was 6'6", 234 pounds. So we're a heavy build and I have a 6'7" reach. So click continue and we're gonna get done with the basic stats first. All right, so we're gonna have a 93 3 ball. This gets us limitless silver and Hall of Fame open looks, 78 midi, and we're not touching the free throw. Next, our dunk is gonna be at an 89. The driving dunk is gonna be 89, and that's just high enough for us to get all the basic contact dunks. And the reason we're not going 93, 94, 96, whatever, is because people can take you out of dunks. It doesn't matter what your rating is. If they jump before you take off, they're taking you out the dunk maybe 7 out of 10 times. So there's no point in going all that high, wasting the points when people are going to take you out. And so you might be thinking, oh, having posterizer gold, Slither Hall of Fame is going to help like lessen that. It doesn't. I have 2 builds now with the 96 driving dunk. I've had 3 builds with the 94 driving dunk, and I think I've had 4 builds with an 89 driving dunk. They all get taken out the exact same. They just do. Now I don't know if having a 99 driving dunk, if you ever get taken out with that, but I've seen my team gameplay where Dr. J was a 99 driving dunk was getting taken out. So I think it's just something that's in the game. In my opinion, there's really no point going past 89 anymore. Oh, 90 gets you the gold precision dunker and the posterizer. You don't need it. Your dunk meter with precision silver is the exact same as having it gold when you have it at an 89. So there's no point in going up to that 90. We are gonna have a 70 driving layup though. So we do get our pro touch gold. And so far we're done with the shooting and the finishing. Now with the defense, we're gonna have a 91 still. So yes, you only do need an 85, but that 91, you do get just like a little bit more plugs than the 85. So we're going 91 and you get the interceptor gold, which is a lot better than interceptor silver. You get a lot more animations. We're gonna go with having a 60 block, and yes, 68 gets you chase down bronze, but in this game you don't need it. There's a lot of badges in this game that from no badge to bronze don't really make a difference. As long as you just have like a 50 block, you can take people out of dunks and you can still get chase downs. I've gotten a crap ton of chase downs with just a 50 something block. You don't need chase down artists to get them. Now we are gonna have a 60 offensive rebound, which is just high enough for us to get rebound chaser, and having this on a guard is so broken. The guards that don't get this, they're literally liabilities whenever someone chucks up a shot. Us though, we can actually crash. If you're crashing against the center, you're not gonna get it, but if there's other guards in the paint, you're going to get it. So 60 rebound, 45 defensive, 91 still. We're done with the defense for now. And perimeter doesn't matter. When you're playing someone that's using Patty, T-Mac, Culver, if they want to shoot the ball, they're gonna shoot the ball. You having Challenger Hall of Fame isn't gonna stop that. And I know this. I've had builds with 99 perimeter, or I have builds with 99 perimeter, Challenger Hall of Fame, Challenger Gold. If someone's shooting the ball, you're not getting a contest if they're running those 3 bases. That's just how the game is. And then on top of that, there's ghost contests and speed ups and slowdowns. You don't need perimeter on your builds. So that's the defense. Getting to the physicals, we're gonna have a 78 speed and an 80 excel. So in this game, your excel determines how fast you move with the ball. Like if you do a speed boost, if you're running up the court, having a higher excel is gonna make you move a lot faster. It's not your speed. It's not your speed with ball. It's your acceleration. So we're gonna have an 80 excel. We're gonna bump our vert up to a 78. So boom. Now we get all the contact dunks with the 89 driving dunk and max out the stamina. This is where we're at so far with the physicals. And now finally the playmaking. We're gonna have an 83 ball handle. So 81, 2, 83. This is if you have those 2 arm sleeves. If you only have one, then go 84. If you don't have any of them, go 85. But if you have those two arm sleeves, like I do, I don't think many people do because you had to be playing in season 3, we're going 83. When you put them on, you get the 85 and you're still able to speed boost. And so with me, I'm still able to get John Wall snatchback or step back, whatever, Jimmy Butler escape, John Wall crossover, literally every single sig that I use on any other guard build, I'm still able to get. Because all those, even Jamal Murray behind the back, all those thresholds are like either 83 or lower. So now's when we get with the weird stuff, all right? As you see, we're only a 93 overall, and this build can do a lot of stuff. So you're probably wondering, why aren't you touching the pass act? I'm not gonna say you don't need it, but not having it isn't too bad. I've been playing a lot of people lately in stage, park, on my streams that are simply running a 56 pass act, and their passes are very fast. Like, or you wouldn't even know that they have a 56 pass act. I think it's something to do with if you're running boost and Gatorade or playmaking boost and Gatorade, your passes aren't slowed down at all. Having the low pass act, I think that having a 75 pass act is the sweet spot. You literally throw bullets, you throw fast passes, you still get stuns, you don't need needle threader to get stuns. 75 is amazing, but I'm telling you, I've been playing these people, seeing these 1v1 me wagers of people simply using a 56 pass act, getting the job done. And I'm talking about on the 2s. On the 3s, you can easily get away with the 53 pass act. Rec Pro, you can get away with this on the 3s. On my lock build, I was using a 26 pass act, throwing bullets full court. So if you're playing 3s, I don't think it's gonna be an issue, but on the 2s where like the court's a little bit, not necessarily smaller, but when you make a little mistake, it shows a lot more. If you think you're a good enough player, go with the 53 pass act. And so a couple months ago when I made that glitch build, I remember I had people in my comments telling me, oh, I love this build, I'm doing amazing on the 2s. I'm like, what? Because that build only had a 56 pass act. I even said in the video that that build was specifically meant for the 1s. I said that multiple times, but people were using it on the 2s and they were telling me it's not a problem. I never went and tried it out on the 2s because I always thought that the pass act was going to be slow, but clearly it's not. But getting back into the overall, oh, the last thing we need is standing dunks, my fault. So boom, now we have standing dunks. So as you see, we're 93 overall. We still have a lot of things we can put on this build. In my opinion, we don't need an 80 speed. There's no difference between an 80 and a 78. Like when you just have a 2-point difference, there's no difference in the speeds. From here, you can go with anything. You can either up your midi up to like a 92, boom, so now you get Mini Magician Hall of Fame. You're not gonna be missing it. Pretty much every single shooting badge on either gold or Hall of Fame. You could go that route. You could up your driving layup up to an 80, so you get that Pro Touch Hall of Fame, or you could go 85, so you get Devin Booker, or you could even go 91, so boom, now you get Slithery Gold. But in my opinion, I wouldn't do this. When you have a high contact dunk and high layup, most of the time you're either just gonna be doing one or the other. Like with me, I had a build, the God build back in the past. It had an 85 layup, so I had deep hook layup and I had contact dunks. I only did contact dunks on that build. There wasn't a time I did that floater because the contact dunk was always just open for it. So my opinion, if you're gonna have the contact dunks on this build, don't go past 85 for the layup. If you want the deep hook floater, cool. You're probably not gonna be doing it if you dunk meter. So on the build that I showed at the beginning, I only had an 80 layup, and that's just high enough for me to get Pro Touch Hall of Fame. But yeah, you could go with the high layup. You can actually get an 85 standing dunk if you want to. Now that's kind of pointless too, because a 45, 40 gets the job done. In my opinion, as a guard, you shouldn't be going higher than 65. This gets you the elite standing dunks. 70 gets you some more standing dunks. 75 gets you some more. Don't go past 65. You don't need the 85. It's cool to have it on your build, but you don't need it. So for the sake, I'm just keep it at 40. You could go up on your post control, and I wouldn't go up on your post control so you get unpluckable. Unpluckable gold is just like unpluckable silver. There's no difference. You're gonna get ripped just as many times. The only reason I would say get your post control up is just to get to a 90, so you get that Postman Technician Hall of Fame. But once again, if you're a guard and you're playing normal, like you're not playing like a weirdo or anything, you don't need post control. So we're not gonna have that on the build. As you see, there's a lot of different things you could do with this build. You could up the pass act, but that kind of contradicts what I was saying earlier. You could just go 84 midi. You get the gold Mini Magician. We're not touching speed with ball. You don't need it. All right. And now retouching on the defense. On the build that I showed in the beginning, I had an 88 interior defense. And so that was high enough for me to get post move lockdown gold. Also, I had a 92 strength. I'm gonna get back to that later, but I had an 88 interior and 92 strength. And I'm thinking, maybe post move lockdown is gonna help me stop post scores. It's not. There's actually not a thing that can stop them. Or 6'8 drop steppers, 6'7 drop steppers. There's not a thing that can stop them. So don't even waste your points on having this gold. I've already lost my share of games on the 1s and stage. We're not even having perimeter on this build or interior on this build. It's pointless. It does nothing. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It does legit. You can have this on Hall of Fame, and I've tried having this on Hall of Fame on my Blake Griffin build in the past. You can't stop them. So we're not having any more interior on our builds. And I used to make guards able to get like an 82, or no, I guess 72 for work Workhorse Silver, you pick up the ball just as much with just having this on like 40. So Workhorse doesn't do anything, and Post Move Lockdown, it simply does nothing against someone who's like actually Kobe glitching you in the paint. So we're not even gonna worry about that anymore. Our steal, we can't up our steal. Our block, we're not gonna get chased down because we already get blocks with just having this at a 60. We get rebound chaser. I don't think you need to touch the speed. And now with the strength, like I said, I went 92 strength on the build I showed you at the beginning. And so I went that high, boom. So I got bulldozer gold. So my thought process was, okay, people already take me out of dunks when I have the same positioning that I can get bulldozer with. So anytime I was going for a contact dunk on that build, or anytime I saw an opportunity to go for a contact dunk, I would just do a bulldozer. But I didn't know people can take you out of bulldozer animations. I didn't know that. I didn't waste money on the build, but it was a massive letdown. I'm glad I tested it out. I've literally tested out every single stat in this game except for close shot and I think vertical. Those are only two stats I have not tested in this entire building. Bulldozer gold is very, very nice, but if you're playing like a 6'8", a 6'7", that has like at least like silver anchor and you do it to him, he can take you out of that animation. I didn't even know that was a thing. But against any 6'6" or any 6'5", little guard, whatever, you pull off a bulldozer, it's probably gonna be easy layup. But then again, it's like, okay, that's the same with just having contact dunks. With the 89 driving dunk, if you're playing a little guard that don't got blocked, whatever, you're just gonna get the contact dunk. So what's the point of having strength? There is none. Unless you want gold and movable, which you really don't need on a guard. The max I would go is just go 71 so you get bronze and movable enforcer. You're gonna be able to get bumps on people. Save your points. So let me reset some of these stats. And then finally with the vertical, you don't need past the 78 if you're gonna have the 89 driving dunk. This is where I'm at. I'm confused on what else to put on this build. I don't know. It's like if I lower the wingspan, I can get a higher 3-ball, but I won't be able to get the 91 steal. You don't need past the 40 standing dunk on a guard. You have the high layup, high dunk thing conflicting each other. You don't need speed with ball. The pass act, I really think if you just have Gatorade and playmaking boost, your passes are legit normal. The only logical thing I can think to put on this build is simply just upping the midi. So either going 84 or 92 to get those extra badges. And I mean, really, I don't know what else from here. Because already, this is looking like a build that most of you guys have already. So what I mean by that, I already get contact dunks. I get gold pro touch. I can shoot the lights out. I can speed boost if you have the arm sleeves. If you don't, just go 85. I can speed boost. I still move the same because speed with ball doesn't matter. You're really not going to be able to tell that I have a 53 pass act on this build. I still have defense. I get chase downs. I get rebound chaser, and I'm still fast with strength. I still have 5 more points I could put on this build, or 5 overalls I could put on this build. And that's where it just comes into whatever you want to do with the build. This is like the base foundation of any 6'6". As of season 7, if you want to make a meta build, this is what the basis of the build should look like in my eyes. So I know some people don't agree with me on a lot of stuff. I'm telling you, the best players so far, the ones who are playing for money, playing for wagers, the ones who play the game every day, they have builds like this. So this is a very different type of build video, but once you get the stats like this, it's literally your world on what you want to improve on. Now, once again, on things I wouldn't improve, I wouldn't up this perimeter. You don't need it. Don't up your close. You're not post hooking. Don't up your close shot. You could do the layup. You can make a little bit more contested layups. That's pretty cool, but don't go like 91. It's kind of a waste because you already have contact dunks. You could go 93 for the driving dunk. I wouldn't go 94. Still through Hall of Fame, and those extra animations aren't worth it. You can go 93. You can up this to a 65. I wouldn't go past that. You don't need post control. Unpluggable gold does nothing. For the midi, you can either go 84 or 92. I wouldn't go any higher than that. Free throw, I mean, if you play rec, yeah, you can up your free throw. Pass act, if you're not trustworthy of the 53 pass act, go 75. But I'm telling you, go on Twitch, watch Streaky, watch D-Nail. Watch these people that play twos wagers that have low pass act. I don't know if D-Nail has it. I know Streaky does. You can actually get the job done. Even watch my streams. You'll see people pull up on me. They have a 53 pass, 56 pass act, and they be beating me. So you can go 86 for the ball handle if you really want Kemba escape. I think Jimmy gets the job done. You don't need speed ball. You don't need interior because people are gonna post spin you, post drop step you, whatever. If they have the badges, they're gonna do it. Still, you don't need chase down to get chase down, so don't go for that badge. Don't need higher on the rebound. I guess you can go higher on the speed, but I wouldn't go past 85. The excel, don't go past 80. I'm not gonna lie. The highest you can go is 82, so just keep it at 80. There's no difference in the two. The strength, if I were you, I wouldn't go past like 82. And I think 82 is the minimum requirement to get immovable silver. Yeah, 82. Don't go past 82. You don't need gold immovable enforcer on a 6'6". You don't. With the vert, don't go past 80 if you're gonna have posterizer gold. If you're gonna have the 93 dunk, just have an 80 vert. You don't need the 82 for the extra animations. That's everything you should do with this build. I know some of y'all gonna get mad that like I'm not telling you what build to make, but like I said, I don't know what to make. So I'm putting y'all on game and I'm telling you these are the new meta builds of season 7. We only got 2 seasons left. And that does it for the video, man. If y'all like this video, if y'all have the arm sleeves and you're gonna use them, let me know, bro. It's been your boy GB3 and I'm out, y'all. Peace.